Well, Jesse Lee Peterson has struck again. He said on Fox News with Tucker Carlson, racism doesn't exist. It has never existed. I wonder if this man is on heroin or something because, that makes absolutely no sense. I know it's going to make everybody's stomach turn, but let's go ahead and listen to this video.
Especially in the last year?
I have. And first, thank you for having me on and happy Independence Day to you. I have to tell you, Tucker, on November 9th, 2016, I woke up early in the morning, turned on Fox News because I wanted the real news. I wanted to check to see if President Trump had won. When I found out that he had won, I went to cloud nine and I have been dancing on the ceiling ever since. And the reason for that is because we finally have a government, we have a president who is going to keep his word. He's keeping his word by putting America first. He doesn't care what color you are, if you're male or female. He loves what's right. He loves the country. The liberals, people like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, the far left liberals, the Democratic Party, and the rhino Republicans do not want that. And so what they're doing, they're using this phony idea of racism in order to keep the people angry and keep them divided. Over the last 50 years, the Democrats have pretty much been in control, and they haven't done anything good for the country. They have nothing to offer. They have nothing to stand on. And so they're desperate. They're angry and they're desperate. And what they're trying to do, Tucker, they're really going after the president's supporters. If they can turn the president's supporters away from him, then they can destroy the president. So they're using this phony idea of racism. Racism doesn't exist. It has never existed. And it's always been a lie. Our issues in life is good or bad, right or wrong, good versus evil. It has nothing to do with color at all. And they know that.
So you think, like, let's say you were running a city your party ran it for like 100 years and you had high crime and very few job opportunities. And you said to the people in your city, you know what, don't be mad at me, be mad at that Confederate monument or pick some symbolic issue to whip them into, to make them upset at people who weren't running the city. That would be the kind of tactic you're describing?
Yes, sir. Because you cannot control a free people. You can't control a moral people. You have to demoralize them in order to control them. And as I write in my book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood, not all, but most Black Americans are suffering not due to racism, but the destruction of the family and the lack of moral character. It's about that. And if we dealt with the family issue and the lack of character, Black Americans' lives would change overnight. And they don't want that. Look, we gave them a Black president. We gave them Barack Obama, a Black president, twice. I didn't vote for him, but he's there. And we got worse. Black Americans got worse under Barack Obama than any other time in the history of America. And so if it was a race issue, why didn't they get better? We have a Black president. The races are more divided as a result of Barack Obama because he used them for his own personal gain and didn't care about them.
Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson joining us tonight. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Up next, 4th of July celebrations are already starting across the country.
First of all, thank you, Craig Jarrett, for sending this story. Do you all realize every time these coons like Jesse Lee Peterson speak, they always say we, like he's part of the Caucasian group and not Black? I mean, this man got to be insane. I tell you what, he talks about Black Americans. There is no bigger stepped on person in America than a coon. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. See, They're going to milk this man as long as they can. But as soon as they get sick of him, you ain't going to see him anymore. You will not see him anymore. Coons have a shelf life. They all do. They're just too stupid to realize it. They just got to learn the hard way. And this man is no different. But it just makes it makes my stomach turn just the sight of him. Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, racism doesn't exist. It has never existed. Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson appeared on Tucker Carlson Tonight on Monday when he told host Tucker Carlson that racism doesn't exist and that Black Americans got worse under Barack Obama than any other time in the history of America. That is an absolute lie. Okay. Black people have been under many Caucasoid presidents, and we were in chattel slavery. Remember, we went through that for nearly 5 centuries. So, where has this man been? Seriously, where has he been? Where has he been? So, when George Washington was the president, we were under good conditions. We were in chattel slavery. So, how about President Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson? Conditions were great for Black Americans then. Oh, come on. This man got to be insane. I mean, I can't even take him seriously. Democrats, according to Peterson, were using this phony idea of racism in order to keep the people angry and keep them divided. During his interview, Peterson identified African American problems as an issue of good versus evil, not racism. Okay, well, then who's good and who's evil? Okay, that's pretty much a vague statement right there. Our problems, our issues in life are good or bad, right or wrong, good versus evil. And it has nothing to do with color at all. And they know that, he says. No, we don't. No, we don't. Who is we? And who's they? Jesse Lee Peterson, you are a Black man. Who the hell is they? Peterson said he was glad that President Donald Trump got elected because of how he would treat people regardless of their race. I guess he ain't seen Donald Trump's track record in New York. Former President Barack Obama, however, made things worse for Black Americans. Well, I'm not an Obama fan, but he could have done a lot more for Black Americans, you know, and instead of running like we were contagious or something. Black Americans got worse under Barack Obama than any other time in the history of America. So you're saying during chattel slavery, those slaves were better off under those Caucasoid presidents than Barack Obama. Is this man insane? And so if it was a race issue, why didn't it get better? Because you have people in charge that have a God complex and they think they should rule over the Black race. And this has gone on since chattel slavery all the way up until now. That's why it didn't get better. We have a Black president. The races are more divided as a result of Barack Obama because he used them for his own personal gain and didn't care about them, he argued. No president has ever cared about the Black community. None. Zero. Okay? And many of them, if they could put you back on the plantation, they would. Peterson added that over the last 50 years, the Democrats have pretty much been in control and they haven't done anything good for the country. No Caucasoid Republican or Democrat has done anything good for the Black community. There's a reason why I don't watch this man or listen to his radio show. I wouldn't waste my brain cells on this guy. Seriously. It just turns my stomach to even have to talk about him. Ooh. Sometimes we just have to nod our heads at the coons and just keep it moving. I just don't know what to say about this monstrosity. Please leave your comments and subscribe. And if you can donate to this channel, please do. Peace, family.